Hello Libra, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Libra, this is going to be your September reading. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. To everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed, and commented, thank you so very much. Those of you who have booked personal reads, donated to the channel, there's so many names I can't even remember, so my apologies for that, but know that you are noted and I appreciate you very, very much. Libra, I'm going to say very quickly here that what I've come to realize with the Libra readings, I feel like a lot of it is cross-watcher read. 50 to 75% of it, I feel like that for some reason. Not real sure why, but that's just kind of like the feeling that I get to this. So, discern it, reverse the roles as it applies. When I went to use the deck to shuffle out who was getting the September read first, Libra, you popped out of the deck, Aries, and I left the deck as it was. Aries is sitting on the bottom. So I want to bring attention to this too, that as much as this is for the sun, moon, rising, note if you have Libra or Aries in the north and south nodes. That's very important, and I do feel like this is somehow going to kind of creep into the north and south node, as we are sitting right now with Aries in the north node and Libra in the south node. And for those of you that aren't familiar with that, everybody's got a north and a south node. Google it. There's charts that you can pull up, just as you would with your birth chart, the time, place you were born, so on and so forth. So if you're not sure, check that out. Okay. So Libra, we're going to jump into your messages. I didn't do a whole lot of channeling before I sat down to do this. I just didn't feel like I needed to. It was just like, do this, and have a seat. So here we are. Pardon me as I've got my coffee as always, and hiccups. Like it's the morning thing. It's like a routine. All right, Libra, let's jump into it. So Spirit, asking for your divine guidance on what it is that Libra needs to know. They're saying mid-September, so this could be on the horizon, Libra, so be aware of that. I'm hearing challenges, aspects, and attributes. So Spirit is saying that, okay, so chemical alchemization of those attributes, that for every good there's a bad, there's an equal and opposing opposite. And the chills have been such an indicator to me here recently about the confirmation of Spirit. And I said about Aries and Libra, and those are the equal and opposing opposites in this case. So as I said about the north and the south node, they're giving me that slang, like your kids come at you and go, hey bro, bruh, whatever, like it feels like sarcasm though attached to that. So I don't know what that represents to you, Libra, in your current energies. Spirit is saying, but it's kind of like, bruh, you gotta be kidding me. Like there's a little bit of an attitude attached to that energy. The medallion. Okay, Libra, I'm gonna say okay, the mystic. This is a very, Spirit says, spicy energy. Okay. That of Libra is reaching for the goals or the things that we can consider as gold, like winning at all costs with this medallion energy. Libra, this is either you, this is somebody you're dealing with. Again, with this reading, I'm going to tell you heavily, 4:11 on the clock, pay very close attention to the roles as they fit. Libra, you could feel like there's some kind of gold medal within your grasp, reaching for support, reaching for unity, reaching for an opposing force. Libra, I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, are you trying to call something back into your life or something into your life? Someone here has got eyes all over them. There is something here transforming as well. Spirit saying behind the scenes, this is This is the external looking, spying. I'm hearing something near you, someone near you is within the finish line. This is kind of giving me Scorpio vibes from yesterday's reading for them. I don't think that it's necessarily the same though, Libra. I just want to say that to you. I'm sure you guys know I do a lot of stuff for Scorpio, but regardless, this is someone spreading their wings, Libra. This is somebody who is, there's gold, there's abundance, there is metamorphosis, there's transformation, there's an inner fire brewing. And whether you are watching somebody do this or somebody is watching you do this, there's a big energy of spectating. Like somebody's watching something here, Libra, in September play out, and you may not be fully aware of how many eyes are on you at this time. It's like a spy kind of energy, that comes in with this. And this is a moth to a flame, Libra. This is indicative, Spirit is saying, of everything that's going to change. So let's see. This is also a closure. I just picked up the deck, and the Hierophant sits on the bottom. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, doesn't have to be. But I instantly thought I'd seen this card upside down, and it caught my attention because, as you know, if you've been with me for a while, I don't read my cards in reverse. I don't put them back in reverse, but I seen it in the reverse position. This could be somebody losing a position of power. This could also be, Libra, somebody that you're dealing with that you may feel has taken you down a wrong path, or you have been involved in a path that has taken you down the wrong path. There's something about that Hierophant being in the reverse position. This is someone who doesn't, Spirit says, speak higher knowledge, higher spiritual knowledge. They are pushing against the grain for things. They may be trying to hold a traditional stance that no longer exists. Spirit is even saying corruption with that feeling that I got with that Hierophant. They can't advise accordingly. You've got a lot of different energies and elements surrounding you at this point. And, you know, the one thing that I'm going to say that I think is very, I'm going to say lots of things, right, Libra? It's very important. And I feel like I'm stumbling over my words a little bit. And perhaps maybe that's where you are. Like you don't know what to think or say. You see this golden light in these 4 points, right, of the scales. You take a look at this mystic, and it's got that same golden light dead center. This is the Kim Kranz Archetype deck. Hey, can we find a toy that doesn't squeak? Sorry. The sword. There's that equal and opposing opposite, Libra. There you go. And then the destroyer. There's something back here, Libra. There's, again, a lot of eyes on you or on a situation. Maybe you're looking into something. Maybe somebody else is looking at you. But I feel like there's a group dynamic here with all of these eyeballs. This moth to me is significant of a person, or even they're saying place, that has come to an end, that the entertainment of a situation must change. This destroyer is, there's some anger, there's aggression, there is frustration. Somebody could have acted, Spirit is saying, out of spite, that has caused some sort of unnecessary attention to a situation that could have been happening behind the scenes, that they did not want to have some sort of spotlight on something here, okay? And if they were doing something corrupt or something devious on a low vibrational energy, it's like think fast, act quick. Like they've got to be on their feet. Maybe you feel like you've got to be on your feet when it comes to something here. Libra, the problem with it is here, and there seems to be a lot of issues with this situation because the dynamics seem to be very large. That there's so many people involved in a particular situation that it's kind of like it's coming to a point here before long, maybe mid-October, that everybody's going to start like publicly pointing fingers at one another. It's the save your own hide kind of vibe. So I don't know what you're dealing with. Father of Swords, there you are, Libra, showing up in your own read. How dare you? Ace of Wands. Again, think fast, act fast. There's that third party energy in the Four of Swords. It's kind of like that, what is it? Oh shit. How does it go? I can't remember. Basically something to the effect of do now and then ask for forgiveness later, or however that's said. I can't think of it. And there you are again, Justice and the Eight of Swords. Libra, this here gives me that indicative feeling again of this finger pointing, that Seven of Wands in this particular deck. To me, isn't so much defensiveness as there is that glow. There is that awareness that there is this one situation. This is somebody else being casted into a spotlight. This is sacrificial lamb kind of energy. 11:11 on the clock. You've got the Empress, Father of Swords, the Empress energy. You could be dealing with a Taurus, or again, Libra, there you are. Again, you're showing up very, very heavy in your reading. Some of you could have Libra in a couple of your important placements, your prominent placements. The Ten of Wands. Libra, I'm going to say if you're a masculine Libra, if you're and it doesn't matter, male or female, if you're stepping more into that masculine side of things, you could feel like feminine energy is turning on you somehow. That could be part of this blame. So you could be having, maybe mother-son issues. You could be having issues with friends that are more feminine. You could be having issues with a spouse, kids. But it gives me this feeling of, Spirit is saying too, like, there could be a female, and I'm going to say it this way, not that it necessarily means that there is a female. This could be a male in a more feminine but yet masculine energy. Discern, guys. You're going to have to discern this as to who the roles are. But they're pissed. Like, I'm seeing these eyes, and they're looking at this situation, and they're blaming you. Like, we brought you into this group, or maybe you're saying that yourself. Like, I brought you into my world, and now you're creating challenges for me that shouldn't be challenges. This is something that's becoming public with that King of Swords that is challenging others' positions of authority or power. That they're not going to relinquish their stance to save somebody else. So Libra, whether this is you or again someone you're dealing with, this is a very complicated scenario. But I feel like as the feminine is stepping into a more poised role, some of them, not all of them, because I feel like some of them got have some kind of corruption. I'm going to say this, like, I don't mean this in a derogatory sense, but like the way that my language has come out and that whole bra thing, like this is it feels very slang, right? Like there are certain areas, like you could go to the South and they're very country-esque, right? You could go to the city and they're a little more slang, or, it's like there's something about the way someone represents themselves. If you think about, and I'm not trying to stigmatize anything, so, forgive me. I'm just trying to find the best way to explain this, but it's like if, the kids on the corner or the people that deal drugs on the corner and they walk up, they're like, hey bro, what's going on? Like, shit like that. It feels very like, I don't know, like they're trying to be harder than they are. They're trying to be something tough. They're trying to be, rough and rugged and bullyish. There's something about the aura of the way they present themselves to you, or you are presenting yourself to them, whatever this is. Like, Spirit, we ain't friends no more. I don't know what this is, Libra. I have no idea what the hell I've tapped into. But I'm going to tell you, like, I know as a Scorpio, right, like, we take things very seriously, but there's a a side to this message outside of my personality that says this is a serious thing. Because I think that there are consequences with that Hierophant in the reverse that is going to, they're going to show up. Whether this is for you or for someone that you're dealing with or a situation that you're in. And the moon underneath that telling me, like, it's always the reiteration of what is done in the dark comes to light, right? Like, we go through those cycles. Ace of Pentacles here. Someone here is starting something, some new beginning. Son of Pentacles. Meanwhile, somebody else is bucking back at this going, no, you can't have this. You don't deserve this. Sun of Swords, so the Knight of Swords in here, you know, that's a rushing in. Someone here to Libra, if you're getting advice from, I don't know, any type of counsel, right? It doesn't have to be law. It can be clergy. It could be friends, family, right? It doesn't matter. Anybody who is offering you some sort of advice and telling you to be bullheaded, it's like, it's for the purpose of their own ego and ruffling feathers. If they are addressing you to do things quickly, you know, again, think fast, act quick, like, get it done. I would be very cautious of that, because when you start rushing into things, this could also be very sharp words, right? And I talked about that slang, and this is something else that Spirit's bringing up, is with that Son of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and then the Moon. Talking about that lingo is like, where you may have been dealing with somebody who was very sweet and kind, all of a sudden, like, they're turning on a situation, because there's something else to be had here with this Ace of Pentacles. Libra, Taurus is coming through, Gemini, Aries, maybe, again, Aries is in the North Node, Gemini, Aries, another Libra, and Aquarius as well. Their way of thinking is very off and very skewed. It's self-serving. This, I said it, this feminine energy, there comes the Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Does not have to be. Somebody is looking at you for some sort of truth, some sort of declaration, some sort of sense of victory. And it's like, you know, it's so close and yet it's so far away. This Spirit Empress right there, gotcha. They're finding that there needs to be, like, the burdens that are being carried out during a situation are far more complicated than they need to be. There's something about the need to simplify. And the Empress here is giving birth. She is, perhaps she's pregnant. Perhaps she is, you know, whether this is a new business, a new idea, a new child, right? A new way of life. The things that she has cared about in the past are becoming harder and harder to bear. So Libra, whether that's you or, again, somebody you're dealing with, but there is a very strict feminine energy that's coming in and going, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, my empathy, my sympathy for these situations have been a burden that I have bared, and I am done bearing it. It's being highlighted with the sun. This is a turn from an emotional space, an emotional well-being, to a strictly analytical sense of this doesn't logically make sense anymore. Like, what am I gaining? I was almost to the end of something. I almost had something within my grasp. There was some type of gold. There was some kind of metal. There was some kind of win, until somebody else got involved. And it's like, be careful of who you involve yourself with, okay? Let's see. The way these messages, there's the King of Swords flying out of the deck sideways. There seems to be a big struggle, as I say that, the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles, between a masculine energy and a feminine energy. So I'm going to say, too, if there's masculines, again, male or female, them, they, it doesn't matter, that have struggled with mother wounds. If they were looking to espouse a partner, a business partner, whatever the dynamic may have been, to be that carer and that protector, it's like they're turning. Somebody here is turning on people with mother wounds. This is a divine fight. between the masculine and the feminine here. And that Tower coming out is there is some shocking revelations. I think too, in the middle of this, you could have been dealing with somebody who was dealing with another situation, right? So whether this is third party or somebody's like living like a double life or living in a sense that they're not investing into this feminine energy, they've been investing to things outside of that situation. There's some kind of truth that is coming out in regards to this, and that is creating part of this upheaval, the Seven of Wands, and it's like someone's trying to defend their viewpoint. Not so much the truth as it is a viewpoint of, I'm not going to change my mind about this. I know. It almost feels like a conviction. Whether this is I will say, I don't feel that this is a healthy conviction of truth. This is something that someone is very stubborn about and saying, this is why this needs to be done this way. And it's like, what I'm hearing is like this conversation dialogue in my my mind, or whatever you want to call it, of two people going back and forth and someone saying, listen, here's the deal. Dog's running around, sorry. This is why we don't do this. Like, I almost feel like somebody is very roundabout chastising somebody's participation in something. And it affects the Ten of Cups. It affects this victory or success that was supposed to be had, or what was believed to have supposed to, at least it was the plan, right? As I split that deck again, the Hermit, Virgo season, right? We are in it. The Tower, Libra. There is the commercial for Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Libra, this Tower is for you. This is to send you off on an internal journey where you thought there was harmony in a connection. And I'm going to say a couple connections, Libra. I'm going to tell you, I can't help but say to you, it's like every feminine energy around you may feel like they're turning. Maybe you feel like your mother's turning on you. Maybe you feel like your sister's turning on you. Maybe you feel like your kid is turning on you. Even the secretary at work all of a sudden has a beef with you. And it's like, what the hell had just happened? Like, how did everybody go from what I viewed to be harmonious to I feel like I'm being attacked in some way? Like, there is a big upheaval between the masculine and the feminine here. What is the Seven of Wands about, Spirit? Temperance. It's like people have two different viewpoints. There's two different Ace of Pentacles here, right? It's like there's two different ways that we could see this. And I don't know why I'm seeing this Temperance as having those two pentacles. It's like, I want it all. I can have it all. And typically I don't see the Temperance angel that way. She's got to do with heart and healing. It's Archangel Michael doing its thing. But I feel that this is a guardedness, this I'm going after everything, is because of a wounded heart. It is one that has been put up behind a wall, behind a barrier, because of, past experience. And again, could be a childhood wound, and we're seeing a lot of that come up. The Star, again, this is about healing, Libra. This Tower is about healing. This is about putting you on a better path for yourself, and you have to be open. 1417 also, you have to be open to understanding that a different viewpoint may be necessary. You cannot, we tend to attract, right? We tend to attract partners that are like our parents, friends that fill a void in some capacity. This is about your partnerships and your connections, that they cannot be based off what can be acquired, but rather the emotional sense. And that Four of Cups is putting that emotional sense on the back burner. Spirit says, how does it feel? Like, you have to be aware of that here. The Strength and the Two of Cups. Somebody here is absolutely wounded, and I'm going to go back to the way that this card is depicted in this deck with the Strength is she is caring for a wounded lion. She's not trying to hold the lion's mouth. This lion is wounded, and this is like somebody looking to someone else to heal prior damage that has been done, somebody to take care of them, somebody to baby them, somebody to pamper them. Libra, maybe you're the one that's been doing that and it's getting fucking old. Libra, maybe you're the one with the mother wound, right? Like, whatever this is, it's like what goes around comes around. And you think about it, like if you had a bad relationship with your mother and it started off early on like pretty decent, then all of a sudden like shit took a turn. Maybe these partnerships or whatever you're involved in, all of a sudden they're taking a turn, just like the relationship with your mother did. I mean, I'm, again, just using this as an example. It doesn't mean that that's the case. Apply it where it fits. But it's like all of a sudden things are taking a turn, and it really does feel like a masculine and feminine energy kind of going at it here. Queen of Cups, I feel like with this Ace of Pentacles, it's like each situation that you're dealing with is ready to start to take care of themselves. And I want to reiterate this time around, but put light on the fact that the way we do relationships, partnerships, any union is changing significantly. Where a more feminine energy felt they needed to be caretakers are now stepping into their personal power. Where those who were emotionally absent from themselves are now having to look at how they feel when these shifts and these changes are happening. And I feel like this feminine energy is going, I can have these things on my own. I don't need an attachment style next to a person or an idea or a way, because what it tends to do is cause more pain in the long run. And you may feel, again, Libra, like all of this is being hurled at you at once. Like once one person, I'm going to call it, turns, whether this is you or against someone else, there's another situation maybe only days behind that. It's like you're not getting a chance to recover from the first situation before the next situation is occurring. So it's coming in hot, it's coming in quick, and all you can do is kind of look from the shadows as to what other people are doing. This Ace of Swords. There is a competition in truth here. There is a victory in there's victory in moving forward. This Ace of Pentacles. So you have, Spirit told me to lay that there. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. This is a duel. Like this is, may the best man win. May the best woman win. May the best them, they, she, he win. Like this is, someone is going to walk out of a situation feeling, Spirit saying, feeling a prize. Like there are two very dominating energies here. And as I say, those two aces, here comes the Two of Swords in a 3/4 turn position of this. There may have been some back and forth. There may be some back and forth. This back and forth for some of you may continue for a while. But it's whoever shows up emotionally is going to take the prize. Whoever shows up in authenticity. Somebody is standing, somebody is sitting. Someone's got the gonads, we're all adults here, to stand up and say what it is and to make compromise, and somebody else is just going to sit there with their arms crossed. Piss poor body language too, Libra. This feminine, what is this feminine about? Five of Cups. She, he, whatever, is sick of the fighting and sick of the disappointments. The Five of Cups and the Five of Wands with that Tower again. They have fed into a situation, probably a King of Pentacles who has promised the world and showed up like they were stable and or mature, and now there is a realization as these ties are being broken that the only thing that has ever caused has been some fight, some turmoil, some pain, some resistance, but now they see. So again, Libra, whether this is you or a person you're dealing with, But I feel like these relationships all surrounding you, there's a lot of light being shed, that there is the same conflict when you get to the root of the matter is the very thing that is spoiling all of these relationships. They're all starting to fall away. You may, if this isn't you, then a person that you're dealing with could be feeling isolated, because it's like, again, everybody is coming after this person, along with somebody who, ooh, God, thought they had their back. So I'm going to say this, like, I've never seen this this Five of Wands like this. But you see the three that are coming after this guy. Like, I'm going to say to you, this guy. Do you see this one in the background? He's got that club, and that club isn't aimed for those three. It's a backstabbing. The one person that you thought would not turn will catch you in the back when you're not looking. You're distracted by these three. You don't see this one coming. So again, whether this is you, and Spirit saying that for some of you, you have a reality that is known as to what this person, how this person pertains to this person. Like, you may be sitting on the outside looking into this situation and using it as an example to live by. So you don't ever find yourself in that situation, and you're sitting back and you're observing this take place. This is, oh, Libra, this is warfare. I'm not surprised. I am not the least bit surprised by this. All right, advice for Libra, please, Spirit. What does Libra need to know throughout the month of September? Death card, again, could be dealing with us in the coffin. Look at that. The death and the coffin. The relationship is over. There was no second chances. Grow and transform. What's dead is dead. Something here. There's a couple of endings coming here, Libra. Coffin, new beginnings, liberation, reborn, transition, tragic endings. Old school. This is an outdated way of thinking. You're replaying something in your mind here. And I said, this could be you learning learning how not to do things because you see someone else as example, ascending. This is for the purpose of your ascension, but it's like these situations have got to close out so that some other a healthy masculine feminine union can come together. Something that is going to cooperate with each other, and this is learning compromise and cooperation, Libra. Ship, cutting ties, moving on, receiving what you need, progression and arriving, and then not enough. Lacking confidence, this is self-sabotage, ego, fear, frustrations, and then heartbroken. It's like you've seen this play out before. And for some of you, this is in other lifetimes, the runner. This could also be somebody running to protect themselves in the sense, whether this is energetically, physically. I hope that's not the case. But Spirit is calling it a removal. It's like performing surgery and going in and removing the root cause of a problem. The root cause, whether this is a person, place, or thing, the root cause is being removed. Okay? Libra, I'm leaving it there. That is a very specific message, very tough message to deliver, but a necessary message. And as you continue to round out, and we've got eclipse season coming up, your time in the South Node, which is karma, right? Be aware. Be very aware. Do your research, read, understand. It's having the understanding of why things are happening the way they are so that you can make peace with those things and move on. Okay? Sending you all a ton of love. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon.